Hello, this is Nicholas with DIVO-Ted Talks, Devoted Talks, whatever you want to call us, where I bring ancient wisdom with a modern twist to help people get into my brain, which helps me understand the world more fully and in ways that are meaningful. And so I just took my own advice because I didn't know what I was going to talk about, and I just hit play. I hit record, and here I am talking, and it got started. So unique ability. Unique ability is this thing to which it doesn't take much effort for you to do, and it's different person to person, and it's something oftentimes that gives you joy or it doesn't drain you as you're doing it. And this unique ability, potentially, if your life is centered around it, may give you this advantage and this excelling in the world or in personal relationships or family or whatever, because it just is who you are. And from a greater context, I like to help people see who they really are through authenticity when they strip away ideas, conditioning, thoughts, family, whatever, into what they truly are, right? That yoga is what happens when you stop doing, and then through this effervescence, it kind of bubbles up and out and expresses into the world through you, right? Ayurveda says we are all unique expressions of consciousness, and with that knowledge, our unique constitutions interacting with the world creates even more unique expressions of consciousness through our interaction with resistance, through our interaction with things that fill our cup, with things that drain our cup, with things that challenge us to be more than what we are, because it pinpoints all the things that we currently are not. And I use that are not lightly, because that isn't really what we're talking about. We're not talking about what you are or what you are not. We're talking about things that you have the potential to grow into, because life as of now just had never brought that to you, right? There's a lot of things that I have in my life that I was like, dang, why didn't you know you could do this before? And the answer was because I didn't, because I didn't have the wherewithal to know that right then. And maybe it wasn't meant to, because I didn't have the chops to be able to be present for it, whatever that means, the chops. But also going back to that resistance, right? If I hadn't overcome a specific level of resistance, then I wouldn't be able to be available for things that are even above that resistance level. And so we get there when we get there, but can you be okay with that? And not just giving yourself grace or being tolerant of your shortcomings. That's so negative. But really understanding that our life, no matter what it looks like, can be a joyous experience. There are authors and people who survived hardships that are hard to even read about, and yet they maintained positivity through various means that either help them survive or help them know that they could get past it because they were strong enough and deserved to get to the other side of it. And without getting into too much detail, Viktor Frankl, he has a really good book that really details from Nazi concentration camps what really helped people survive and get through. So, moving on from that, what is the world bringing you? What are you adapting to? And how are you showing up for that so that you can live the most fulfilling life possible? Not because of what other people think about you, but because of what you think about you and what you experience about you. Can you love yourself from the very knowledge that you are who you are, and that's exactly as it's meant to be? Ooh, can you love yourself as you are because that's exactly as it's meant to be? I don't know. I don't know that I could say yes to that all the time. I could probably say yes to it today, but like tomorrow, I don't know. Yesterday, last week, yeah. Actually, the past couple of days have been really good, but what changed? The outside world, or did I change and show up differently? It's probably both. And so I try to take the good and the bad both with grains of salt so that I don't get too wrapped up in one side or the other, right? If I get wrapped up in the bad, then I'm self-deprecating. If I get caught up in the good, then I'm self-adulating. And somewhere in the middle is really good. Yeah, I like being me. And for me, that's a great place to reside. I like being me. It's hard some days. It's lonely some days. It's hard to understand some days. Um, but the journey is mine. And in that ownership, I can be empowered, feel empowered, or do empowering things. And the question is, can you, are you, will you do the same? And I'm not saying it about me or we, the royal we, or you, as in you, the person who is watching this or listening to this. It's really just what's the capability to know that things are exactly as they're supposed to be. And if they could be different, they would be different, but you wouldn't know the difference. So, my friends, chew on that in the greatest way possible. And I will see you on our next episode of DIVO-Ted Talks. Namaste.